everybody. Happy Talkie Tuesday. My name is Dori Patrick. I'm a mixed media artist and maker. I live and work here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Welcome to my messy home studio. I try to check in once a week and share little bits of my creative business life. And I sure appreciate you being here. And thank you all for all your comments and questions that roll in. I really, really love them. And I love connecting with all of you here on the YouTube channel. So, this is a crazy week. So it's first week of December. Happy December, everybody. I hope that things are uh, not too crazy for you. We haven't gotten too crazy yet, although this week I have just a ton of stuff I have to get done. So I'm going to just chat real briefly here and then I'm going to get back to work. Like a ding dong, I went ahead and committed to 2 events this weekend. So as many of you have heard, I'm going to be in St. Paul this Saturday. That is for Art at Hidden River. And I'll put a link to the show info in the show notes. So if you are in the Twin Cities area, I would love, love, love to see you. What I've learned recently is Hidden River is the name of the middle school where this show that's put on by the local guild is usually held. And because I think that school is going under renovations, we are at a temporary different location, not the Hidden River School. And all that info is in the link that I'll share in the show notes. I want to say Highland. Well, I don't want to say because I might say the wrong thing. But the correct location for the show is in the on the website for the guild. And I am just so tickled to be going back to. We love the Twin Cities. We have so much fun up there, and yeah, just like good people, lots of love for art. I really love going up there. So on that same day, my local ceramic center where I am a member, they are having a little holiday open house kind of thing. It's called Very Cherry Holiday. And I will have a few pieces for sale at the Very Cherry sale. I haven't shared a whole lot yet on social media about it because I'm finishing up details on a few pieces, but I'm hoping in the next day or two I will start revealing kind of some of the pieces that I'll have at that show. I have some sweet friends who are also members who know I have to be out of town for that weekend, so they are going to help me get my stuff to the get it set up at the ceramic center so that it can be available on Saturday while I'm gone. I'm probably not gonna I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't. I might do this again, but getting ready for 2 events is it's a little hairy. It's a little kooky, and I don't recommend it. But I wanted to get some of my ceramics out into the world. And this is just such a great way to do it. So Very Cherry Holiday will be this Saturday also at the Cherry Building in the Nubo district of Cedar Rapids. Make sure to swing by the Ceramic Center and check out all the gorgeous handmade work. The whole building, the Cherry Building, is going to be open. So there will be artists that have their art studios open to the public. It's just a fun day. When I'm in town, I love to go to it. So I hope if you're local, you'll check it out. So that's what's going on. I'm just crazy finishing stuff up. I thought you might like to let me sip this tea. Right before I hit record, I got some hiccups. And so I'm like, I better have some tea or something on hand to get that under control. But anyway, so I wanted to show you, last week, I think I showed some of the pieces that I was working on. I have a few more I'm going to, put a base coat on and really start laying some color down. I don't know if I have shared these with you guys. You know that I love, I have a motif, a thing that I do. I call them split heads. It's a series of paintings I did a while back. I've even created some products with that theme. And when I took a bust making class in the early part of this year, I really got on this kick of making these busts with these split heads. And what I mean by split head is they have like a seam down the middle. Here's a big one. Can you see him? And so there's a seam down the middle, and I like to, paint paint one half of the face one color, another half the other color, da 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 da. Um, this guy's heavy. That's one thing with my ceramics. And I do not claim to be an expert at all. Ceramics are like my thing that I have fun doing very badly. Because I love, love, love working with the clay. And I am a hand builder. I don't do anything on the wheel. I do not like the wheel. I just love smooshing and building things with my hands. So a lot of the stuff I make is heavy and wonky and and kind of crooked. Here's a smaller version. So, I'm hoping I can get these done as well as a few other small wall pieces in time for Very Cherry. Um, the time is ticking away, you guys. I don't know if you noticed that, but I don't know where the time goes. I do not know. I feel like I'm working all day. I wish I could work faster and get more done in a day, but so I'm going to be working on those this week. And I am also, you can kind of see behind me here on the table, these little, this is like an ornament stand. I don't know. I use them for when I paint ornaments. It helps me, dry them without sticking to each other and stuff. So I'm doing a big batch of my graffiti hearts. Um, If you know, you know. I do some just about every year. They are like a puffy heart. They're paper mache, and I put texture paste on them, and then I really just have fun slapping paint on. There is really no rhyme or reason. I just kind of start slapping paint on, and then they just all kind of evolve that way. So if you look really closely at them, there's like lots of layers. And then I kind of just decide, okay, what's the body of this heart, let's say, is mostly greens and blues. Then I will take like red and put polka dots on it. I really want to stitch up some little patches and put words on them. But we will see if that happens. So yeah. Lots to do. Lots to do. I feel really happy and grateful. I have lots to do. I'm never bored. And I feel so grateful that I get out of bed usually most days excited, excited to start the day and get after my little projects. So I feel really lucky in that respect. But let's get to this week's video. This is going to be a art journal with me video, and I am working on the cover of this art journal. I this is a catalog, and I think I talk about it in the video. It's a catalog from when we got our kitchen remodeled, and it was a catalog full of like doors and windows. I loved the size of it and the paper in here because it's a catalog. It had just like this really heavy matte um paper inside, and I just decided to save it. I think in the video I'll share exactly what the size is, but I think this is a foot by like 10 or 11 inches, something like that. So I opened it, I laid it flat and worked on the whole outside of the cover. I don't know how you guys like to work in your journals. I have a lot of friends who love to do the cover first and let that kind of lead them into the book. I don't know why. I always have just saved the cover for last with my books. It's kind of like, I don't know, like my finishing touch on the book. So I will work in a book. It can take me a long time sometimes because I'm working in several at a time. And then when I'm done with it, when it's all filled up, I do the cover and date it on the back. And I think you see me do that in this video. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. And yeah, let's get to it. Hey everybody, welcome to the work table. Okay, so here is what I'm going to work on today, and I'm going to bring you along for the journey. This is an art journal that I have filled up, and my process is filling the books and then I'd save the cover for last. Size, it only has a few pages. It's not very big. It took me a while to fill it up though, because I go between different books, and this one is kind of large. So actually, let's see how big. Yeah, so this is about a foot wide, a little bit more than a foot, and it's about 11 inches tall. So a spread is big. Hopefully you can see that okay. So each spread, is 24 inches by 11 inches. So that takes some time to fill up. I kind of got on this kick where I just did a lot of abstract doodling. The paper in this book was or is kind of a heavy matte cardstock, and it lent itself really well to all the layering that I love to do. So I did a lot of layering with acrylic paints and collage. There's a lot of collage material in here just because I wanted to break up the images that were in the catalog. And I had a ball. I had a ball just doodling all over. But because it's so big, this is not one that I really would sit down in front of the TV with. So I got to it when I could. And it's all filled up. I'm not going to show you every page just now. I know you're dying to see the inside, but I am going to work on this cover today. I have a thought. In a video, let's see, that was probably a couple weeks ago, I used these letter stencils and spelled out, oh yeah, that was the yummy spread where I spelled out yummy on my page. I just really love doing that. So I think I have this word strong in my mind today. I don't know. I've got them out. I may use it. I may not. We'll just see where this is going. And probably what I'll do is like last time, I'll speed the video up a little bit and I'll just kind of talk you through what I'm doing. But as you can see, it's got some paint on the surface here and there already. When I'm working on projects, I always have books and things handy so I can scrape extra paint onto them because I can't stand to waste paint. Can't stand it. So yeah, so there's already a good, nice, toothy surface. I don't know where this is going to go. We will just see. I'll probably do some collaging, some painting, um, and we'll just go with the flow and see where we end up. I may not get completely done with it. I may come back on another day and doodle some more over the top. But like I said, you're on this journey with me. We'll just see where this where this goes. So let's get started. All right, pals, here we go. I'm gathering my supplies together. It's the usual suspects. My Neocolor 2 crayons, my Prismacolor colored pencils, my Posca pens. I've got some water and a brush and some gel medium. And that little piece of paper off to the left that says Unwavering, that's a little painting I did on some 5x7 mixed media paper a while back. And I decided that that was going to be my inspiration, I guess. And at this point, I don't really know what I'm going to do, except I know I want to attach it to the front somehow. So I just get going by moving some paint around on the surface of the book. As you saw before, there were little bits of paint here and there on the surface of this catalog. And I am just adding in a few more layers with my color shaper tool, which I love those color shaper tools. I know you've seen me use them a lot. I just can't get enough of them. And I love to do a dab with a paper towel too to get some texture. And then I do some drying. Thank goodness for heat guns and hair dryers, right? To speed things along. Okay, that was a lot of drying. Okay, now I have my Unwavering, and I'm thinking about how I can incorporate it. So I'm looking at different elements that are on that little painting, and I'm going to bring them to the larger surface, if that makes sense. So one of the things was there were some green colored pencil scribbles. So I scribbled on some kind of an olive green colored pencil. And then I get some, this is, I think, permanent green light from Golden, mixed with a little white acrylic paint, and I'm just putting in a block of color. Still kind of not really sure what I'm going to do at this point. I apologize for the glare. Those Goldens, they kind of have a sheen to them, and I forget about that when I'm filming. So here is some collage paper in dark green, kind of complementing what is on that little painting. These are just scraps, I think, that I've painted with some dark green acrylic paint. No scrap is left behind. Am I right? Okay. Oh, yes. And more drying. I should have cut some of this out. Sorry about that, you guys. It's one of those weeks where, you know, I'm pretty lucky to get what I get done with this video. There are always things to improve on. And sometimes you just gotta realize that done is better than perfect. Okay, so that's another scrap of paper. I think that's deli paper that I painted pink and has some little repeat marks on it. That also complements some of the marks on the little painting. I decided I needed some more green, and my all-time favorite green, like if I only could pick one green to use for the rest of my life, it would be this green gold by Golden. It's a fluid acrylic, but I'm pretty sure they have it in their heavy body paints as well. And really just like any green gold. I love that yellowy olive color. It just really warms things up. Okay, so you can't really see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. This is another element that's on that little painting. It's there are aqua scribbles in like circles or oval shapes on the painting, and so I decided to mimic those by cutting out some paper. It's actually pretty heavy. It's kind of a lightweight cardboard, or almost like a cereal box kind of weight. And I decide to glue those down because it's going to give me a little more texture. I probably would have scribbled with a crayon, but I think my paint was pretty wet, and so I was just going with the layering instead. And then I have these little, we'll call them innards. The innards of those little oval shapes. I can't part with them, so I decide to just glue them on the back cover. So you've probably figured out this is the book laying out on its face. So the front cover is on the right hand side and the back cover is on the left hand side. And even though it's a book and you're not going to necessarily see both sides together, I kind of like to repeat colors and elements on the whole thing. Okay, so this is clear gesso, because I've decided, as we discussed earlier, I do want to use those stencils, but I'm thinking instead of using paint pen like I did the last video we did this together with, I'm going to use pencil. And because those paints are kind of plasticky, I needed the tooth of some gesso. And I love that clear gesso. It's clear gesso by Liquitex. So another element that's on that little painting is a scrap of paper that has some little hearts. So I decided to just draw some in over there on the upper left-hand corner and color them in with a red Posca. And then I thought, well, I'm just going to keep on going with this red Posca and add some kind of wonky lines. I used the ruler to make them pretty much straight, but I sort of lifted and pushed off and on to get those kind of uneven lines, which I prefer. And this is a Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 crayon in red. I love a little hash mark. They remind me a little bit of stitches. So now we're going to get started on the stencil. I've decided, since the word on the little painting is unwavering, I decided in big letters I was going to write the word strong. So I'm just tracing these out, drawing them out with my, that's a Stabilo All pencil, my favorite pencil overall. It's also water soluble, so you can really get some fun effects with water soluble pencils. That gesso has made it really easy to draw on top of all these other layers. Generally, I don't sit and use that all in one session. I usually will put clear gesso on something and then come back to it like much later in the day or the next day. But I was kind of pressed for time, so wanted to get it on there. It's so fun to color these letters in. I love block letters. And I struggled a little bit at the top of the letters. That's with that deli paper. It's so delicate. So you have to, be mindful of what you're scribbling on. There were a couple little tears on the deli paper, but that's okay. Fun, fun, fun. I love coloring in these block letters. It makes me think of when we would make posters in grade school. Those stencils bring back memories. Okay, and so that's matte varnish. Liquitex is my favorite. And I am using that matte varnish to do two things. First of all, I'm sealing in that graphite because it's water soluble. If it were to get wet again, like with water, and not be sealed, it would run and smudge. And so I'm basically sealing it in, but I also was kind of letting it be a little messy. So I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but I sort of smeared a little. So there's like little graphite stains around the letters, which I love. So now I've taken that little painting and I've decided I'm gonna just attach it to the front of my book. It needed to be torn down just a little so that it fit. And I took the little scraps. Like I said, no scrap left behind, right? And I repeated those in little stripes on the other side. So we will glue this down with some heavy matte gel. And I just get my finger in there and just glue it down. Sometimes that's just faster and easier than messing with a brush. And that wedge tool helps me to really press everything down and get the extra gel out of the way. I decide we need to just repeat the hearts all the way down. So I took that graphite, that Stabilo All pencil, and drew some more hearts and scribbled them in. And then I took some matte varnish with my finger and just kind of sealed those in. So this is an element that's also on that little painting. It's fluorescent red, which I don't know how well the camera picks this up, but it is definitely fluorescent, and there were some scribbles on the painting. So I just repeated those on the cover as well. And I think I got a little I think there were some blobs, and so I wanted to get those dry before I moved on. And now we're using the heavy matte gel to glue this little painting down. I'm just really loving how this is looking, how it's feeling. I love the message. It's such a great way to use up old art that needs a new home. And of course, a few more dots with the Posca pen. Always with the dots. And there you go, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this journal with me video. I would love to hear what you think. And I would love to know what you like to do with your journals as far as the covers. Do you jump in and get right to the cover right away? Does that make you kind of feel like you've moved into the book, or do you save it for the last like I do? I'm very curious about process, and everybody does this differently, and it's always so fascinating to me. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate it. Please leave me a comment, give me a like. That keeps this content in front of more eyeballs, and that really helps me out. I appreciate it. But I hope you are well. I hope you are cruising into December with a little bit of peace and joy. Find it wherever you can, friends, and take good care of each other. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.